started, and I would first like to introduce Raj Narayan, who will be introducing our Reborn team. Raj?
Thanks, Elizabeth, and good evening, everyone. It's so great to see everyone through Zoom. My name is Raj Narayan. I'm the Associate Director of the Kenan Institute for Engineering, Technology, and Science. And along with my colleague Tara Spivey, who's joining us, who spent the year with us, I want to thank you all for the opportunity to be partners with you. Kenan Institute is one of the funding partners of the Social Innovation Fellows Program since its inception. I've been pleased to be a part of the mentor team for the last 3 years. I should let you know also that Tara Spivey was just recently selected for the William C. Friday Fellows for Human Relations and will be starting her own fellowship journey this fall. And so I'm very grateful to this team for giving us both the opportunity to work with you. So let me introduce the team. We have Jay Chen, senior, graduating, a business administration major. Pooja Lennon, sophomore business administration major. Sasha Pereira, junior biological sciences major. And Katie Yoon, who's a sophomore civil engineering major. In addition, we had Catherine Chirichilla, who is on a co-op with Duke Energy. She served as a senior fellow in the first semester. And this semester, we've been very pleased to have Meghna Subramanian as a senior fellow. And also working with the team, Emily Neville, who is the CEO and founder of Reborn Clothing. And let me just briefly reflect and say that the Social Innovation Fellows to me is a wonderful experiential learning opportunity and adaptive leadership. And the adaptive leadership learning opportunity is really defined by the we. But I want to point out 3 I's that really fundamentally frame some of the work of our Social Innovation Fellows Reborn Clothing team this year. And that includes intentionality, integrity, and inclusiveness. And each of our fellows this year worked very hard in their project to reflect fundamental aspects of adaptive leadership that set this journey in motion. Jay, you brought a tremendous amount of mindfulness. I know that was part of the framework that you worked from, and that mindfulness enabled us to explore all the various aspects of adaptive leadership, and not only the business, but also the sustainability aspects. Katie, you always brought clarity to our work, quiet, but resilient, and always bringing focus to the subjects that we're exploring. Pooja, you are always very disciplined in your approach to analysis and helping us understand and hone in on the specific priorities that needed to be addressed in the context of what Reborn Clothing was seeking to improve from its business context. And Sasha, I feel like you demonstrated a tremendous amount of engagement. You were the glue that often brought the team together. These are aspects of leadership that I hope that you all will continue to carry forward in your leadership, in your student lives, and also in your professional lives. And I'm sure that in the time to come, many organizations will benefit from that. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to the team. It's been wonderful working with you and for you. And I hope that we'll stay in touch for a long time to come. Thank you.
Okay, hey guys, my name is Pooja Lennon. I'm a sophomore studying business admin with a focus in marketing.
Hi everyone, my name is Sasha Pereira and I'm a junior majoring in zoology.
I'm Katie, I'm a sophomore majoring in biological engineering.
Hey everyone, I'm Jay. I'm a senior and I'm majoring in business marketing. We're really excited to be presenting to you our final presentation for the Reborn Clothing Company. If you didn't know, Reborn is an upcycling company based in North Carolina and was started by Emily Neville, who is an NC State alum. They became successful because Emily soon recognized that there was a gap between the textile industry for upcycled products, and that is how Reborn got its start. So in the beginning, Reborn started as a business-to-consumer company. They transformed people's old clothing into something that was newer, something more usable. And after a while, they experienced rapid growth that eventually allowed them to take this opportunity and transform it to a larger scale. After that, it led to numerous partnerships with different universities and corporations, including NC State, that has allowed them to expand their services. And so Reborn prides themselves on being able to provide sustainable solutions to these different companies and universities to help them reduce their amount of textile waste.
And so when we met with Emily and the Reborn team early last semester, we decided that a great place to start with narrowing the scope of our project was through listening to the voice of the consumer. And so our team mentor, Raj, introduced us to a group of high school students who were studying upcycling in a business class. And we met up with them and conducted a focus group to learn more about the values and decision-making factors that went into their decision to purchase from a company. And so our main takeaway from that was that they really like to see companies that were invested and committed to sustainability because they, as a consumer, wanted to see the individual impact they had on the environment through purchasing directly from that company. And so from the focus group, we discovered that there was a missing link in Reborn's storytelling process, and that this was an opportunity to bridge that disconnect that existed between the intended brand story of Reborn as well as the customer perception. And so to figure out how to bridge that gap, we started looking into other companies that were leading the field of social innovation because we wanted to try and figure out how exactly could we quantify and communicate Reborn's impact on the environment. And so some of the organizations that were mentioned during the focus group were For Ocean, which takes discarded plastic from the ocean and other waterways and converts it into wearable products, as well as Hungry Harvest, which takes unwanted produce from grocery stores and compiles individual customized packages for customers. And so we looked at the websites of both organizations, and we noticed that front and center were numbers. And so that meant that these organizations had established metric systems, which not only held the company accountable in saying that it was sustainable, but it also allowed the consumer to see just what kind of an impact purchasing from the company would have on the environment. And from there, we were able to establish our theory of change. And our two goals for this project were to, one, change attitudes and perceptions about Reborn's brand, and two, establish sustainability as a core company value from the eyes of the consumer. And to do so, we decided that we needed to first identify what metrics the target consumer could relate to the most, as well as figuring out how to use those metrics to convey the value of Reborn products.
So metrics are an important form of storytelling because they can show the consumer what the brand values and communicate Reborn's transformative process of giving value to products that previously did not have any. So communication is valuable for consumers because they do care about the personal impact when consuming. So our Apex High School students, Rachel and Eva, said they find importance in brand values that resonate with them, whether or not they'll be helping someone by purchasing from the brand, and whether the brand contributes to a cause they care about. As for the impact of using metrics, quantifying the impacts of products through statistics shows consumers the value of their purchases. This has both a societal and an individual benefit. This showcases Reborn's sustainability and helps identify areas of inefficiency and efficiency, and it also provides individuals useful products and the satisfaction of contributing to a greater movement. So communicating metrics helps Reborn gain credibility, create positive brand image, and strong brand loyalty, all of which will help Reborn be more successful in the long run. So where we are now, we've compiled all of our findings throughout the year into a final deliverable report of how Reborn can qualitatively and quantitatively strengthen the brand value of Reborn by providing data to support company credibility and enhance customers.
As for telling our story and journey mapping, we want to emphasize the process of constant experimenting and maintaining perseverance. When our group first came together and began exploring our new challenge, each member of the group, stimulated by creativity that could ensue, examined broad aspects of sustainable startup businesses. Often our mind were sent into overdrive during each SIF meetings with excitement and ideas that kept flowing with all the possibilities. There has been racing thoughts too fast to get them on paper, but it still seemed that we had months of no ideas and where we should even start. The more research we did, we had to make constant decisions in which paths we were to choose to narrow down our goals. And it became clear that we cannot choose all, but that we had to weigh our sustainability values and business goals to work with our venture partners. A lot of time was spent exploring during most of our journey, and it was the process that we learned the most from being SIF fellows, which was learning to display perseverance towards achieving our goals.
Awesome. And now we'll move on to individual experiences. So personally, for me, I think the Social Innovation Fellows Program has been an incredible learning experience. It's been filled with different challenges, highlights, and obstacles along the way. And along this journey, there just seems to be so many different issues and problems that we need to solve. But along that path, I've come to realize that I'm not alone in trying to solve these problems, and that, or more so, that we're not alone when trying to solve these problems. And that is why I'm inspired by our collective force and the innovative mindsets of everyone here, because it is only through working together and collaborating can we make real change.
The biggest challenges I faced was trying to figure out not only which part of the startup business I have to focus on, but how, and more importantly, like which angles I have to go about it, because I was concerned about what kind of implication that would make. To me, it was a long process to get my mind together to solve some different sorts of challenges I would have not normally have encountered. So I think the biggest takeaway that I got from SIF Follows was that I learned the type of creativity and adaptability that were required to face my challenges.
Through SIF, I've gained a lot of insight on how to bring innovative ideas to life to provide solutions to problems I'm very passionate about fixing. I've also been shown that there are many people and different organizations working on the same issues that I want to work on. So I realized there are different ways that I can get involved in college and even beyond that.
So I've learned that no matter what career path I end up choosing, there are elements of entrepreneurship that will help me achieve my professional goals, especially because there are so many problems in society today that are multifaceted and interdisciplinary. And so in particular, I've found that exercises like pain point identification and stakeholder mapping are really useful no matter what the scope of the project is or the phase that it is in. And so with that, this endeavor would not have been possible without the unconditional support and mentorship of many people. And we would like to especially recognize Raj and Tara, who were our team mentors from the Keenan Institute, our venture partner and the CEO of Reborn Clothing Company, Emily, our senior fellow mentors, Meghana and Catherine, and as well as the entire SIF administrative team. So Elizabeth, Alicia, Craig, Jack, and Aspen. Thank you all so much. We really appreciate your dedication and hard work to this program. And so this was truly a transformative experience, and we have all grown tremendously through our participation in the Social Innovation Fellows Program. And we would like to conclude our presentation with one of our favorite quotes from one of our favorite people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reborn team. That was awesome.